Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. How are you? Happy first day of February. I am told that Groundhog Day is tomorrow. But you know what? We're going to help Groundhog today because we're going to warm the field of life with this Sunday Power Talk and prayer time. So we're going to get started right now. Our theme is emptiness, the wonder of interbeing. So, we're going to have a divine conversation. And so, in order for us to get started, what we're going to say is take it away, John Stringer, because we want everybody to know they're welcome.
There is a space in my heart where I find the truth. I find me in you, a truth beyond what you may see now. But when we are one, we bring more good about. No matter who or what you call yourself or where you come from, yeah. There is a place in this world with open arms right now. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. I see with new eyes, allow and unfold, embrace and let go, trust the flow. There's a freedom in love when you follow your heart. Together we are stronger than we could ever be apart. No matter who or what you call yourself or where you come from, yeah. There is a place in this world with open arms right now. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Breathe in and out. Slowly feel all that's around you. All that you feel, all that you know. Let it go. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're so much more when we unite. Yeah, when we unite. Oh, we unite. Yeah, yeah, when we unite. Yeah.
Wasn't that wonderful? I was just feeling so good. Oh, John Stringer, I'm telling you, I don't know. I think the Grammys may be on tonight, but you know what? I think he should have a Grammy just for that particular song. Oh, you are all welcome here. I'm so grateful to be here with you today. Today is a glorious day. It is day number 3 of a season for nonviolence. We started a season for nonviolence starts on January 30th. It's the commemoration of the life work of the legacy of, I always like to call Gandhi my grand godfather. And I always like to call Martin Luther King Jr. my godfather. That's another story, another day. But I want to share with you that we are celebrating this season. And I hope that you're subscribing to our email list, because what happens is you get to go and receive for the next 64 days minus 3 now. You're going to be receiving a prayer, and those prayers are from all of our practitioners in our entire community. They're all scheduled to offer a prayer offering, all of our ecclesiastical team. And these prayers are to lift and unfold, allow greatness to unfold within you. That's through our Purple Heart app. So today we are truly blessed. And the reason we're blessed is we have the curator of the Prayerful Heart app that is going to be offering a sacred reading and also a prayer. And we'll be uploading that prayer a little later on our YouTube channel. We have a Purple Heart YouTube channel. So if you are not a subscriber and receiving this, you can go and receive that. And we are also curating this in a special way where you will have a playlist of these prayers, okay? At the end, you'll have 64 prayers that you can lean into. And there's some more stuff coming up this year during our 10-year anniversary. But right now, I want to call forth the curator of the Purple Heart app, Jim Thompson, practitioner emeritus.
And good morning, everyone. And good morning, Reverend Jerry. God morning. Today's reading I took from Ernest Holmes. I strayed away from my normal. Gotta change up. It's the first month of, or first day of February, and considering all that is happening, I thought race consciousness would be a good topic, and so that's what we're going to talk about. And this is Creative Mind and Success, book that I'm reading from, and it is entitled Race Consciousness. One of the things that greatly hindered us from demonstrating a greater degree of prosperity we may call race conscious, or race thought, or race consciousness. This is a result of all that race has thought or believed. We are immersed in it, and those who are receptive to it are controlled, and those who are receptive to it are controlled by it. All thought seeks expression along the lines of least resistance. When we become negative or fearful, we attract that kind of thought and condition. We must be sure of ourselves. We must be positive. We must not be aggressive, but absolutely sure and poised within. Negative people are always picking up on negative conditions. They get into trouble easily. Persons who are positive draw positive things. They are always successful. Few people realize that the law of thought is the great reality, that thoughts produce things. When we come into understanding this power of thought, we will carefully watch our thinking to see that no thought enters that we should not want made into a thing. We can guard our minds by knowing that no negativity or no negative thought can enter. We can daily practice by saying that no race thought of limitation can enter the mind. The Spirit forms itself around us and protects us from all fear and all limitation. Let us clothe ourselves in the great realization that all power is ours and that nothing else can enter. Let us fill the atmosphere of our homes and places of business with streams of positive thought. Other people will feel this and will like to be near us and enter into the things that we enter into. In this way, we shall be continually drawing only the best. How about that? And so, in alignment with Season for Nonviolence, today is day three. Day three, yep. And we're going to talk about appreciation. Appreciation is the highest form of prayer, for it acknowledges the presence of good wherever you shine the light of your thankful thoughts, by Alan Cohen. And so, with that in mind, I'd like to take us into that highest form of prayer. As we do acknowledge the presence of good, the presence of God, right here, right now, in every thought, every word, and activity that takes place. So I know that this presence that goes before me and goes before each and every person here shines that light deep within each and every one of us, as it simply creates a crevice for which good and love and joy and peace and thanksgiving simply take place right at the center of our being. That this love, this energy, this aliveness awakens that within the very center of our being, and that as each day as we move forward, we do so in joy and love and peace and prosperity, and we claim victory over all that has come before us, that all that has come to tear down our walls. We simply say, I love you, I acknowledge you, and I only allow that which I know to be my truth, which is all of the God's gifts: peace, joy, love, and most importantly, that highest form of prayer, which is appreciation. And so it is in this moment I send my appreciation to each and every person who's shown up today to say yes. Yes to be part of Spirit, yes to taking place in this beautiful, wonderful service, and yes for allowing me to be here to speak these words. And so with love and gratitude and peace, I simply release these words into the law, knowing they do not return unto me void, but are even now manifesting fully, right here, right now. And so it is. Amen.
And so it is. Amen. Impeccable. That's my word today. Impeccable. So I am in great appreciation for this grounded prayer and the beauty of Spirit unfolding and revealing itself. These words are very, very powerful. And I just have to make a comment. As I was sitting here and embracing all of this, I went to sacred spaces in my memory. I went into my heart. I went into heart coherence. And in that heart coherence, I was able to access in my memory sacred spaces. And when we talk about positivity as opposed to negativity, one of my most favorite places in to go to and to just really allow myself to be lifted up used to be Pier 1. I would just go into that place and I could feel the movement of energy. I used to have to go there to get our special candles and stuff for our rituals and ceremonies when I did camps and things like that. But Pier 1, a spirit of opulence, another place that pops up for me, and they're still around. So if you ever get an opportunity, I invite you to go to a Barnes and Noble. I just go into that place. Matter of fact, when I go into the place, sometimes I go to the counter. If I know what I'm getting, I'll say, can you escort me over there to that place? Because my hands reach out for the energies of truth. I'm calling books. They have energies of truth there. It's just a matter of what you attract to you. And I just have a grand time. And then, of course, we can feng shui our homes with that same energy. Forgive me for going off on the tangent, but that prayer was really good. So since it was that good, I just had to just allow it to be effervescent. And of course, my appreciation is to Reverend Larry Hobby, because I think he set the tone in his book, Consciousness webinar, because we were talking about the same thing, and now you're seeing the evidence of it in the prayer. Thank you so much. We all speak the same language, I just have to say. And now I'm going to invite you to join us as we hear sacred words from Kathy's Corner. This is February, and she's going to be talking about one of our powers. I'll tell you more about the power I'm wearing today. But take it away, Amber. Let's hear what Kathy has to say at Kathy's Corner.
Hello, everybody. This is Kathy, and it's time for Kathy's Corner. And welcome to February. This month, we're talking about love, not the small, careful kind, but expanding love. Love that moves us beyond the edge. Love is the power that expands us beyond fear and beyond comfort. It invites us to grow past what feels familiar and into what is possible. Expanding love means moving beyond just the self. It means embracing personal growth, accepting others as they are, and creating connections that are not possessive, but freeing. The kind of love brings freedom. It brings transformation. It increases our capacity for joy, for kindness, and for meaningful connection with the world. When love expands, our hearts widen, our perspectives soften, and the world becomes more inclusive. Moving beyond the edge of love is a shift. It is a shift from limitation to courage, from fear to acceptance, from holding back to opening up. Love is not weakness. Love is strength. Love is understanding. Love is the brave choice to keep opening again and again. So this February, we invite you to stretch with us, to guide us, and to lead us into a deeper connection with ourselves, with one another, and with the world. Thank you so much for being here with me at Kathy's Corner. May love expand you in beautiful ways this month.
And if you're liking what we're doing here in this spiritual community, we're inviting you to expand our circumference too. Give us a like, share this with a friend, and especially all these wonderful offerings. I forgot, I got out of balance with this whole energy of good. I'm not out of balance, but it's just we got a little out of order. So I want us to hear our song Invocation, and it is by Nemo Patel and Daniel Naiman, Grateful. Take it away, Amber.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss. The gift to realize that everything
all
is a
that
gift.
I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. Grateful for
and keep moving forward and start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart. Aligned in purpose, everything will feel gorgeous.
All that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
Every day I sit and pray cause what I have is more than I deserve or could ever imagine. How do I give back to all of this magic and spread the love so everybody can have it? Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor, if I got a family or if I'm all alone. Bad things happen, I can just complain and moan, but there's a million things that I can be grateful for.
So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am,
Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything is a gift.
Okay, wonderful. Wasn't that wonderful? I just love Daniel Naiman and I love Nemo Patel. And it's been a while since we've heard them. And there's a richness to that experience. And the richness is being in that space of gratitude. Gratitude is the most important part. I just got a text from one of the members in our community sharing with us how they are grateful. One of the things that we did, and just bear with me for a moment, I've been navigating in different arenas, so I need to pull up what I need. But anyway, one of the things that that I experienced. Okay, where are we? One of the things that we had an opportunity to experience this week was to talk about spiritual practices and how we can execute them to support us in terms of lifting our spirit and helping those pheromones within our body and all the different things and staying in balance and on track. Now is the time that we're called to be in spiritual practice at a deeper level. So I'm inviting us all to pay attention to those opportunities to be in gratitude. The exercise and the sharing is a very important part of the process. So I encourage us all to be in that space. So, beloved family, as you can see, this month is filled with a lot of things. The title of today's talk is Emptiness, okay? And the wonder of interbeing. So we're going to have a deep and a sacred conversation. And today we'll begin with allowing these words and being aware how they support us. In many traditions, emptiness is misunderstood or there is a lack of absence in it. It's believed to be a lack of absence. But in the Buddhist wisdom, emptiness points us to something more powerful. It points us to connection. And that's what the purpose of our coming together every week in this particular format. It is for us to connect and to be together. Emptiness teaches us that nothing exists by itself. Emptiness reminds us that everything exists because everything of everything else. So Thich Nhat, excuse me, Thich Nhat Hanh, my God, laugh with me, I should say. Excuse me, but there's the movement of spirit. Thich Nhat Hanh called this the truth of interbeing. When we understand interbeing, we stop asking, how do I fix the world? Anybody had that experience of wanting to know, how can I fix the world? We don't have to do that. And we begin asking, how can I participate in the world? Or as we move through this whole process, we move through the question, and that question is, what might we create together with the infinite power that we have been given? So I'm asking you to consider that question this morning. What may we create with the infinite power we have been given? February carries layered meanings. It's Black History Month, when we honor the creativity, resilience, leadership, and spiritual wisdom of people of the African diaspora, many of who've lived under systems that denied their humanity, yet still shape the moral and the cultural consciousness of the world. It is also the heart of the season for nonviolence, honoring the legacies of Mahatma Gandhi. I call Mahatma Gandhi my grand godfather. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I call him my godfather. You can choose your godparents, if you want, later in life, like I've done, okay? And others who understood love, which, when practiced deliberately, can be a force behind history and bend the arc in history for good. Now, both of these remembrances teaches us the same truth. There is no isolation in liberation. There is no private in peace. It's something that's shared by us all. And there is no freedom that does not include the whole. We need to keep those things in mind. And that is interbeing in motion. So Thich Nhat Hanh reminds us that action has 3 dimensions: thinking, speaking, and acting. He says, when we produce a thought, it is energy, it is an action, and it can change us and change the world. Speaking is a kind of energy, a force, a physical action, is also an energy that can bring healing to ourselves and the world. So all of this aligns beautifully with science of mind, because every thought we hold impresses the law. We heard that from Ernest Holmes earlier in Jim's reading. Every word we speak releases creative energy. Every action participates in shaping the world. And Thich Nhat Hanh goes even further when he says every thought we produce and every word we pronounce, everything we do changes our world, our body, our mind, the environment in which we find ourselves. It's us. So pause with me for this moment. Your environment is you. Your science mind perspective can make a difference, and it can change and transform the world. If the divine is omnipresent, that then nothing is outside of God and nothing is disconnected from us. I'm inviting you in this moment to join me in being a tipping point in the world. That tipping point is a tipping point for change, a point where a world can work for all of us. Ernest Holmes was very clear that spiritual insight must be lived. In the book, Can We Talk to God? He wrote, "We would defeat every purpose of life should we live in a continuous state of meditation or prayer, oblivious to the world. The practical values of spiritual perception remains latent until objectified." So the question is, what are we doing and how are we objectifying these spiritual practices in our lives? Prayer without action is incomplete. Meditation without embodiment is unfinished. And spiritual awareness comes alive through participation. This is where interbeing moves from philosophy to practice. And this is an important part of the process. Black History Month reminds us that transformation has never been the work of a single individual. The civil rights movement was interbeing made visible. There was collective risk, there was shared vision, and of course, there was mutual responsibility. And I am a byproduct. I'm going to say that. I am a byproduct of this. The last era in the 60s, that big movement impacted me directly. And I want us to be aware of that. This is what made me who I am today, how I interact with people all around the world. Dr. King spoke of an inescapable network of mutuality, understanding that whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. This is emptiness. This is interbeing, the spiritual law expressed through history. When one community is denied dignity, the whole world is diminished. When one voice rises in truth, it lifts the collective. So, in this moment, we get an opportunity to mindfully embody interbeing. Interbeing becomes real through mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present, fully present, without judgment and without distraction. Though mindfulness, and through mindfulness, we begin to see how our lives are linked to each other, how our actions ripple outward, and how caring for others is inseparable from our caring for ourselves. Thich Nhat Hanh writes, "When we free ourselves from the idea of separateness, we have compassion, we have understanding, and we have the energy to help." Mindfulness dissolves the illusion of the other. There is no out there. There is no them. There is only us together. The season for nonviolence teaches us that peace requires effort, not forceful effort, not perfection, but right effort, aligned effort. Science of Mind reminds us that the law responds to our use of it. Interbeing reminds us that our use affects everyone. So this means choosing thoughts that heal, words that reconcile, and actions that protect and uplift. Right effort is how we become visible. So we have a spiritual practice for us all today. And it is a call to practice. Amber's going to place this up on the screen for us. And as she places this up on the screen for us, I just want us to be fully present. Okay? And this is our call to practice this week. So here, our practice this week, it begins each day with gratitude. Not rushing gratitude, not performative gratitude, but real. So I'm going to ask you to ask yourself, where have I been receiving? Where have I been receiving real? Excuse me. Where have I been receiving gifts from that? Please forgive me. I'm going to go back. I want you to begin by practicing that gratitude and ask yourself, where have I been receiving gifts from life that I never acknowledged? That's an important part of the process. Where can I give back with love and respect? And what would it mean to live as my allegiance to kinship, our connection to kinship, to being one with each other? And I'm going to invite you to try this phrase every day. And I want you to say this phrase when you're frustrated. I want you to say it when you're tempted to judge. And I want you to say this phrase when you need to return to love. And the phrase is, now our minds are one. I want you to unmute yourself right now and to say that with me. Now
Now
our minds
our minds
Are
are
one.
now our minds are one.
now our
Now
minds
our
are one.
minds are one.
So when you are tempted to move into a place of judgment, we're going to say, now our minds are one. When you hear the chatter on the news with all the things that are going on, it's simply a reminder. We're going to say, now our minds are one. Let's say it. Now our minds.
Now our minds are one.
We're going to remember that when we are cut off and someone is rude and abrupt, we go back, we pause, we breathe, as Jim says, and it's true. We pause, we breathe, and we say, now our minds are one. Knowing that your mind is one will open spaces and places you don't even know about. It will open you up to greatness. It gives you the right words to be said, to be received in the right way. And when I say this, I'm not saying it from theory. I'm saying from experience that it makes a difference. This is part of how we get to show up and be a tipping point in the world. And a lot of people are saying there's so much happening in the world and we're called to respond. Before you respond, do your work and spiritual practice first. Now our minds are one. Get to that point where you know that your mind is one and you can go into places that you, in your human experience, are unable to go, and you're able to affect change. So we're going to have an African incantation now. Amber's going to place that up on the screen for you. And what I want you to remember is that there is power in your right effort, your mindfulness, being fully present in the world. And we create opportunities for spiritual practice on a daily basis. Some people say, why do you always want me to come to these events or these activities? It is so that we get to train our minds. We get to support ourselves in our growth and our evolution. So we're going to move into our Afro incantation now. And you'll notice that you're going to get this in the chat. And these you should put in your virtual wallet and carry them with you, especially in African cantation like this. Okay, we're going to begin. I want you to repeat after me. You ready? Yes.
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 Yeah.
Okay. I choose right effort.
I choose
I
right
choose
effort.
right
Right
effort.
effort.
I am mindful of my thoughts, my words, and my actions.
I am
I
I am
am
mindful of my
mindful of
mindful of
my
my
Mindful
thoughts,
of my
thoughts, my
words
words,
and
and
my
my
thoughts,
actions.
my
actions.
words, my actions.
I release the illusion of separateness.
I
I
I
release
release
the
the
release the
illusion of
illusion of
illusion of
separateness.
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 I remember that my life affects all life.
I
my
I
life
remember that
remember that
my
affects
my
life
life
affects
all
affects
lives.
all
all
life.
life.
I act with compassion, courage,
I act
care.
I
I
act
act
with
with
compassion,
compassion,
courage,
courage,
and
and care.
care.
I co-create with spirit for good of all.
I
I
create
I
with
co-create
create
Co-create
with
with
spirit
spirit
for
for
the
spirit
the
for
good
good
of
of
good
all.
of
for
all.
all.
good
Now
for
our
all.
minds are one.
Our
Now our
minds
minds are
are
one.
Now our
one.
minds
Our
are
minds are
one.
one.
I choose right effort.
I
I
I
choose
I
right
choose
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 effort.
right
effort.
right
effort.
effort.
I am mindful of my thought, my words, and my actions.
I'm
I'm
I am
I
thoughtful
am
mindful of
mindful
my
of my
mindful
thoughts,
of
thoughts,
my
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 words,
thoughts
and
words,
my
and
and my
actions.
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 and my
I,
action.
I release the illusion of separateness.
I
I
release
I
the
release
illusion
release
the
of
the
illusion
illusion
of
of
separateness.
And
separateness.
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 I remember that my life affects all life.
I
I
remember
remember
that
that
my
Remember
my
that
life
my
life
affects
life
all
affects
affects
all
life.
life.
all life.
I act with compassion, courage, and care.
I
I
act
I
with
act with
act
compassion,
with
compassion,
courage, and
courage, and
compassion,
care.
care.
courage, and care.
I co-create with spirit for the good of all.
I
I
I
co-create with
co-create with
co-create
spirit
with
spirit
for the
for
good
the
spirit
of
good of
all.
all.
Now our minds are one.
Now
Now
our
Now
our
minds
minds
are
Minds
are
are
one.
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 I choose right effort.
I
I
I
choose right
choose
choose
right
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 effort.
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 I am mindful of my thought, my words, and my actions.
I'm
I
I
am
mindful of
am
my
mindful
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 of
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 my
my
thought,
my
thoughts,
thoughts,
my
words,
thoughts,
my
and
words,
words,
my
and
and
my
my
actions.
words, and
actions.
my
actions.
actions.
I release the illusion of separateness.
I
I
I
release
release
It's
the
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 illusion
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 of
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 separateness.
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 I remember that my life affects all.
I
I
I
remember that
remember
remember
my
that
that
my
life
my
life
life
affects
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 all.
all lives.
all.
All.
I act with compassion, courage, and
I
I
act with
act with
compassion,
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 courage,
courage,
and
and
courage,
care.
care.
Compassionate.
I co-create with spirit for the good of all.
I
I
co-create with
co-create
co-create
with
with
spirit
spirit
for
for
spirit
the
the
for the
good
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 of
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 all.
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 Our minds are one.
And
Minds are
now
Now
our
our
one.
minds are
minds
Minds are
are
one.
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 Just breathe that in right now. And as you breathe that in, I'm reminding you right now, emptiness is not nothing. It is openness. It is it is relationship. It is possibility. And as we honor Black History Month, as we walk through a season for nonviolence, and as we live the teachings of science of mind, may our awareness deepen. May our efforts be conscious. And may love be practiced. And may we always remember our minds. Now we are one. Now we are one. And now we are one. I'm going to invite you right now. I'm going to move us into prayer. And I want you to place in your chat, the things you would like me to pray about this week. I want you to keep in mind all the things you're experiencing personally within your life and all the things that may be impacting you by the news media in the world. We're going to pray about all of those things there. In the meantime, I'm going to invite you to hear a song. It was a song written by Daniel Naiman, and Daniel is known to say Sherry Williams took the song to another level. It's wonderful to have a person that can take that song and just move it into a certain space. And this is what is the song, Amber?
One power.
One power. All I know is I know God. That's all I know. One power, and that power is God. Take it away, Amber. Place your request in the chat.
There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. It's mysterious until you know the truth. It's as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angel's wings or heaven's door, but whatever name you give it, it's all one power. Can't you see the power of love in you and me? We speak so many languages, have different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in our heart we're all the same. We'll remember when we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Ha'ashem, or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power. Can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of love in you and me. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger you abandon for its love that's most deep. It's one power. It's one power.
So I'm inviting you to breathe with me right now. As we breathe, we just move into this space of love, remembering the power that is alive within you and me, moving into this place of action, of interbeing, of being connected, and allowing for something powerful to expand itself, creating new blueprints, new vistas, new ways of being and expressing itself right here and right now. I'm inviting you to breathe with me as we acknowledge the power and the presence and the light of the infinite that is everywhere present in all of life. And regardless of our culture, regardless of our backgrounds, that presence is there, effervescently unfolding and expressing itself. And so I just move into this space right here, right now, acknowledging this presence and knowing that we are all connected with this wonderful energy. I acknowledge this wonderful essence as our oneness. And I know that this oneness is infinite, it is eternal, it is everywhere. So in this very moment, I allow for this divine presence to expand and grow itself. The energy and the vibration, the tone, and the legacy that has been gifted to us all. I'm breathing this morning, remembering one of our wonderful ancestors that I had a direct connection with, practitioner emeritus Francis Allen. When greeted, "How are you today?" she would say, "I am blessed and highly favored." And I'm acknowledging the blessing and the highly favored presence right here, right now, fully orbed in this very moment. And in this sacred space, I acknowledge the sacred blessing that fulfills itself on all levels, revealing itself, overflowing in itself, blessing itself, and expanding. So I acknowledge it as divine love, divine peace, divine harmony. I acknowledge this presence. And I know that this presence reveals the it reveals the itself. It is the infinite overflowing, the infinite growing and expressing as life. In this very moment, I know only the divine. And I know that that divine presence is fully orbed, revealing itself and expressing itself in this moment, in and through all families. We bring here into this space, right here, right now, the Lester family, knowing that the presence is overflowing, that there is clarity, that the wisdom of spirit ingratiates itself, it feels itself, it brings harmony, balance, stability, it inspires itself. It is that divine presence that continues to reveal its truth and its magnificence. I know that it is filled and overflowing, touching every single body within that household. I know that each individual is guided, directed, that they are uplifted, that the presence of the divine is the divine essence. And what I know is the essence of peace and harmony, self worth, grace, beauty affirms itself, it feels itself, and it overflows. And I know that if it is so there, it must be fully orbed, and it is life affirming. It is the divine blessing right where Renee Hart, Reverend Renee Hart, that her body is the temple of God, that the presence of spirit is resilient, that the blessing of the infinite clarifies itself, reveals itself, and it expresses itself beyond that which we cannot even imagine. I'm acknowledging perfect love, perfect peace, and perfect harmony. I know that this radiance I'm speaking of right now is sacred and powerful. It is the unyielding presence of healing, revealed and overflowing. And I know that that same power is fully present within the Swadarski family. Every part of life affirms itself, it reveals itself. And I know that God's highest and greatest is ever present, expanding, growing, and enriching itself. I know that God is the divine light, growing and expressing itself as freedom, as fulfilled dreams and visions, unfolding and expressing itself. And I'm acknowledging it in every part of life. Relationships, it is the ways and the means within the finances. It is the divine light and the opportunity of the infinite in action. And I know that that divine presence is a stabilizing presence, touching each and every member of this family. That the consciousness of love fulfills itself in the way we work, where we serve. I know that each one is of radiant light, and that light fills the air. That light reveals itself. It is the consciousness of healing. So I acknowledge this presence wherever it is at. And what I know that is wherever there is service, there is an emergence taking place. The emergence is the healing presence fulfilled as the atmosphere, as grace, as harmony, that this divine presence is rejuvenated. It is that divine presence that continues to be life. I know that this shows up and fulfills itself in all spaces. And I know that that same presence I speak of now is balance and harmony within all of our lives. I'm acknowledging it as the spirit of compassion, integrity. And we simply know that as we've been taught by these master teachers, these wisdom keepers, that any sense of dis-ease is temporary, but there is something that is always present, permanence of God, of wisdom, of good, unfolding, expressing itself, and revealing itself. And I'm acknowledging that presence right now in the world, at every point and every reference. I know that the presence of good is alive, thriving, and blessing itself. It fulfills itself in the workplaces right now, where there appears to be stillness, antagonism, any sense of lack and limitation, it falls into its native nothing. Every client that is touched, a mighty blessing fulfills itself, and the energy of being blessed and highly favored shows up in their lives. I know that for every file, every person we interface with. I know this to be so when we walk into the stores, the grocery stores. Everywhere we go, there is the presence of the infinite. And because I know the infinite is all there is, and because I know that love fills the air and love ingratiates itself, I know that it must fulfill itself on all levels, in all places and spaces. I'm acknowledging it within every city all around the world. I'm acknowledging it because I know God is meant it for good in all leadership. There is something that navigates, brings into balance and harmony. And I know that that which brings into balance and harmony is the gracious life of God, the ecosystem. The divine presence revealed the sacred words that have been taught by the master teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh, that interbeing is the ecology of life, the blessing of life, the wisdom of life, all unfolding. We give thanks for divine resilience. We're giving thanks for the sacred remembrance of this time, a season for nonviolence, a season to practice love at a greater way, a divine honoring of our history, like History Month, stories of resilience and overcoming, the blessings of people that have contributed. And we know that the people that have contributed is part of the collective of all that have contributed. And we look forward to the opportunity of the sacred honoring of people from all walks of life and expressing this truth. So in this moment, we allow that energy to shine, to inspire, to be the infinite blessing of life, ever growing and expressing itself. We acknowledge the healing power, the divine blessing, the strength of the divine revealed and overflowing, the strength of the infinite blessing, and that strength that is alive within each and every one of us. And we know that that strength that is alive within us takes away from no one or no thing. Yet, our contribution to life, our gift to life, knowing that everything is about our relationship with the infinite. And our relationship with the infinite is our relationship with each other. So I know that there is a mighty blessing unfolding right here, right now. For every single person hearing my voice, every single person that is engaged. We are prospered. We are all lifted up to the place of the Most High. That there is an overcoming, and that overcoming is the release and the letting go of the things that no longer serve us. We allow for the breakdowns. We allow for the divine element that is unlike God, compassion, love, and we embrace the gift. And we live in a state of great appreciation for the infinite, fulfilled, overflowing, pressed down, running over, and multiplied. And in this state of sacred awareness, we give high thanks for this infinite good. And it is from this space we all affirm with vigor. And so it is, and now it is. Amen, Amen, and Ashe. I'm opening my eyes and I am looking into your eyes. I acknowledge the beauty of spirit. And as I'm acknowledging the beauty of spirit, I'm going to invite you to be that beneficial presence in the world wherever you go, whatever you hear. You could be in your home watching the television and you hear about things happening. I want you to remember that you are a blessing in the world. And continue to acknowledge now our minds are one. This is a mystical practice. And this mystical practice can change and transform the world. If we acknowledge our minds as one, and we acknowledge ourselves as peace, harmony, and love in motion, then what happens is our intermingling everywhere shifts and it warms the world. The world is asking us to send it warmth and love. It's asking us to acknowledge it as peace and harmony. This is our work. And wherever we go and whomever we contact, we get that opportunity to do that. So it's time for us to move into our coffee and tea announcements. I'm going to turn this over to Reverend Larry and Amber. I almost called you Reverend Amber. I'm going to make everybody a minister if you guys keep hanging out with me. We're going to have a good time. Take it away.
Good morning, beloved community, and welcome. I'm Reverend Larry, and we're so grateful to gather with you for coffee and tea time with spiritual enlightenment and truth-focused ministry. February is truly a month of celebration. We're on day 3 of a season for nonviolence, and today our theme is self-appreciation, remembering the sacred value of who we are and how we show up in the world. We're also honoring Black History Month, a time of richness, remembrance, and celebration, uplifting oneness, diversity, and the sacred contributions that continue to shape our collective story. And of course, this is Valentine's Month, a beautiful reminder of the power of love, compassion, and connection in our lives. We invite you to check in with us regularly throughout the month as we explore the richness of this sacred time together. Before we get started, please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Doing so expands our reach and supports us in touching lives around the world. Now, let's take a look at what's happening in our community. If you enjoyed the sound healing meditation with Jim Thompson, our practitioner emeritus, we invite you to join him every Thursday at 12 noon Pacific Time. You can access this amazing practice through the Seed FM link tree. Here at Seed FM, we truly value spiritual practice, and we offer opportunities to engage in practice every single day. Be sure to check our link tree to stay connected with all of our daily offerings and what's happening in the community. I also invite you to join me on Wednesdays for my Expanding Consciousness book webinar. Each week, we explore spiritual ideas together, and I always offer practical tools you can use in your everyday life. And following our 6:30 p.m. gathering, I invite you to stay with us and join Reverend Jerry for her Power 8 Prosperity Prayer Group, a beautiful way to anchor yourself and gently close out the evening in prayer. There is so much available to support your growth and expansion, so remember to visit our link tree for all the wonderful offerings and opportunities to connect. As many of you know, this is a very special year for us at Seed FM. It is our 10th anniversary year. From the very beginning, visioning has been the foundation of this ministry. It's how this work was born, and it's how it has continued to grow. And we are deeply grateful for where this vision has taken us, for the process of visiting itself, and for the many openings of highest good that have unfolded in this community. And that includes our Sunday Power Talks, our prayer work, and the many ways people around the world are being touched and transformed. As we honor 10 years of service, we're also opening ourselves to the highest and greatest vision for this celebration and for what comes beyond it. We invite you to join us on our 5th Saturdays for Community Visioning, a sacred time where we come together to listen, align, and co-create. Our next Community Visioning gathering will be on Saturday, May 30th. We invite you to mark your calendar and plan to spend about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes with us in this powerful process. Thank you in advance for contributing your presence, your prayer, and your intention to the ongoing legacy of this ministry. And now I have a message to share with you from Keto Bridges regarding our beloved elder, Patty Walton, and her upcoming birthday celebration. Greetings, Seed FM community. I hope you are well. I'd like to take this time to request your participation as a team member for the Patty A. Walton Walk in Truth and Freedom Award Committee. There are many great women doing wonderful things through sacred service to empower our communities that we'd like to acknowledge in 2026. Please come to the table bringing your best ideas, imagination, and warm spirits. When? Tuesday, February the 3rd, time 3 p.m. How? Click on the link at our Seed FM link tree. Looking forward to your presence because it is always a pleasure to share and care with you. Co-chair Keto Bridges. And I also want to remind you that Patty Walton's birthday celebration will take place on Sunday, March 29th. This gathering will also be our Taizé service dedicated to honoring the divine feminine. March 29th will also mark the launch of our Seed FM Tech Fund fundraiser, supporting the continued expansion of our sacred work. We'll be partnering once again with Double Good, and yes, Patty loves popcorn. So please stay tuned for more information because there's more goodness and celebration coming your way. Join us as we embrace a season for nonviolence. From January 30th to April 4th, Seed FM invites you to 40 days of reflection, prayer, and heart-soothing moments of compassion. In the spirit of Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., let us remember Dr. King's words. Nonviolence means avoiding not only external physical violence, but also internal violence of spirit. We invite you to walk this path of peace with us. Access this program and other activities through our website at seedfm.org or at Linktree at CeedFM Gifts. Before we close, we want to say how deeply grateful we are for your continued support of this ministry. With your conscious giving, we're touching people all around the world in sacred and profound ways, doing truly life-changing work. And there are several ways to give. You can visit us at seedfm.org. Amber is placing the information in the chat right now and on our social media platforms. You can also Zelle your contributions to us at 909-641-1066. And now we invite you to join us in our prosperity mantra for 2026. I visualize the financial good I expect. I see it coming to me now, richly and abundantly. I claim and accept it for myself now. I am grateful, and so it is. Amen, amen, ashe. And let's do it again. I visualize the financial good I expect. I see it coming to me now, richly and abundantly. I claim and accept it for myself now. I am grateful, and so it is. Amen, amen, ashe. And let's do it one more time. I visualize the financial good I expect. I see it coming to me now, richly and abundantly. I claim and accept it for myself now. I am grateful, and so it is. Amen, amen, ashe. Thank you for joining us for Coffee and Tea Time. Remember, each of you is a very important piece of the puzzle. And as we move through this year together, with peace as our focus, may your days be filled with peace, purpose, and abundant blessing. We'll see you soon.
And there we are. Those are our announcements. So I just want you to stay tuned in with all the great things that are happening in this community and offerings. I would like to make a shameless ask also. Saturday, October 21st, is going to be an extraordinary day I am basking. This week has been a wonderful week, and it's wonderful to see things start to come together. Many of you know that I serve on the special conference of Celebrating Our Soul, which takes place. We're going to have our third conference that is coming up at Unity Village, and we'll be sending out information, and we encourage anyone, if you can, to join us. I know that Dr. Liza and I will be there at the conference. We are having our first preview of our Youth Leadership Academy in honor of Black History Month. And they have put together something that is extraordinary. I've had an opportunity to bear witness to some parts of those presentations because I am their mentor. I think you all should be there. You get to learn about spiritual principles. You get to experience youth in spiritual practice. This is extraordinary. And you'll learn some things that you never knew. I learned some things that I never knew. So I know that it will be a blessing. So we'll be sending out information regarding that. I'm inviting you to have the best day ever, the best week ever. And is there anything else we need to mention before we leave? Okay, Amber, I think you should play some Eddie Watkins. I think somebody got a manifestation. Amber's going to be on time. Stay afterwards. I want to talk with each one of you.
Let peace begin with you and I. Every man, boy, and girl, woman across the world. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth. The peace that was meant to be with God as our Father, family all are we. Let us focus our families in perfect harmony. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth. The peace that was meant to be. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every single breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let it begin with me. Peace on earth, peace on earth. The peace that was meant to be. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth. The peace that was meant to be. Let there be peace on earth, peace on earth. How you feeling it this morning? Okay, then this is a simple hum along I want you to do with me and say, ooh, 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 la 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 la, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's just a good to sing it. Everybody sing. La, 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 la. You sound so good. All right. Whenever dark clouds are hovering over and the sun is nowhere in sight, and when it seems like the world is falling to pieces, let me be the one who sheds the light. When this whole world seems mean and cold with no love or humanity, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. I am so grateful. I want to say goodbye to our Facebook audience. Thank you for being with us today. Know that we love and appreciate you. Please go and find out more about that Purple Heart app. 64 days. This is the way we shift and change the world. 64 ways and practicing through prayer. So, bye bye, Facebook. I'm going to check out the people here in this sacred space.